Stock market analysis that so many of you have been waiting for that we're getting to right now. We're going to do our analysis and projections. Make sure you read this slide because that tells you about how you use the information that we provide and what that information is actually consists of. And this is a really important slide for you to read because it's about taking trade ownership, doing your own analysis, and using our information to help you with that as support. This is the Cycle Analysis Workshop Special. You're going to learn my method of analysis developed over nearly 50 years. It took 2 years to write, 6 months to produce, and there are 24 video modules, plus many tools for tech videos attached to this. There's literally like total of 50 or 60 something videos in there, but the key of the 24 video modules, this is online lifetime access. You don't need a special platform. And once you learn this, you're never going to look at charts the same as you did before, as you saw us presenting these and the results of the great work that the whole team does. This is where it all comes from really learning this. It's going to improve your directional decisions and help you project in both time and price. And a bonus, the first 25 that sign up for this is going to get this collector's book. It's the book I read back in 1975, Profit Magic of Stock Transaction Timing. And it's been out of print for decades. I have been collecting a whole bunch of them, knowing that I was going to do a special someday and include it in this. And that's what I'm doing right now. So the first 25 will get that collector's book. Also, I'm going to put a little thing in there, a greeting with my signature on there for you doing that. And also, you're going to get this amazing bonus, 30-minute trading session with one of our members of the askSlim analytical team. And that's a bonus value of $400. So normally this is $12.97. We're going to take $400 off on this discount of $8.97. Plus you get those bonuses. And just make sure you go to the top of our website, as I showed, right up over there, and click on that, and you will really get a good sense. One more thing, you can go to workshops right over here, click Cycle Analysis Workshop, and it's going to take you to that page. You can get that special right over there, and you'll be able to see everything that's in there, including a little video that I prepared for you right there, and you'll get to see what is in every single one of these modules in here. So really important for you to go there and get that information, and then sign up by clicking that Learn More button right over there. And don't miss this unbelievable offer that we have right there, Cycle Analysis Workshop. All right, this is the stock market analysis, multiple time frame analysis and projections on SPY, weekly and daily analysis. And I'm going to show you, of course, our proprietary indicators, and we'll look at the market condition monitor, which is important to use no matter what kind of a trader you are. Let's take a look here as we switch over to the charts. I'm going to move out of Bitcoin right over here and go to SPY. So the SPY, these are just blank charts, as you can see. And if you were a person that, looked at candlesticks and moving averages and such, this is kind of the chart that you would see, but doesn't have all of the energies in there with the cycle analysis that we do. I'm going to put in that cycle analysis now, and you'll see that pop into there. And it's just unbelievable how different it is when you have that kind of information. And there you see the weekly on the left and the daily on the right. So I know that the majority of you have followed us for many years, followed me for many years. And let's just look right over here. You see those yellow ovals? Those are the periods where the energies were such that money flows were leaving the market. That's right over here where these cycles are coming down, these corrective periods or declining phases, as we say. That happened right over here, and it happened right over here. And you see the size of the declines. For the period where this was making this peak in here and almost got up to that 78.6%, I was saying this has a high probability of being the same kind of ABC pattern that you see right here. ABC, 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 ABC. There you see it. 10.9% correction that happened in there right almost exactly on time where we were looking for the low. We've had this in here forever, saying that the daily cycles synced in late October with the weekly, and that was almost as spot on as it could ever get. It launched off of that low, and there's no way that I or any analyst would ever figure that you could get this kind of move with a 7 to 9% gain, depending on which index, in that brief period of time. Now, this is only the second week off of this low. What's the probability of the second week making a peak? I mean, everywhere you look in here, you could see that off of the key lows and into the rising phases, those lasted on the upside for months before there was any kind of a correction. This one had a minor cycle that corrected right in here, as you could see. And this was a negatively configured cycle. So that set up a whole big bearish move right in there. This was one where that minor cycle was so strong, the dominant one was so strong, it just swamped it. There wasn't much of a correction in there. So the probability of this peaking here is near zero. The probability of it continuing up, and as we're showing it here, moving up to these areas, is very high. So you could see that there could be a continued rally on the minor cycle, some kind of a correction into the supports, and then a rally again out over here before it then starts to come down. There's that risky period out over here, somewhere March or April, where it's likely to come down again. But in the meantime, this is bullish. And it says higher prices. Resistance here at 440 on SPY. That's the 61.8 right there. That's mislabeled. That's the 78.6 right over there. And that is a very key level. And that might be where it gets up to and pauses. That would be at 449. And this old peak here at 459.44 is certainly a possibility, but we consider that an extreme. Now, I'll do my big picture analysis. Ray asked about that earlier, and there are a lot of people that are asking me about that. And the question is, this all-time high over here around 480, can it get through there? And I'm not going to give that away. I'm going to wait until I do my big picture analysis. But you've heard me say that I've thought for a long time, this was a cyclical bull market that is living in a secular bear market. And this period that we're in right now is a lot like the 70s. I'm going to stop right there, but it gives you some idea about what I'm thinking. So you can see there's no reason to think this bull leg is going to stop for a long period of time. Here is the daily patterns in here, and this is so cool because these minor cycles made the head and shoulders top, as you can see, and that's how head and shoulders tops are formed, because the cycles make that happen. When the right shoulder forms, it doesn't get to the high. That's what really tells you, and then when it breaks the neckline or that cycle low, it tells you that it's probably going to go down close to what the measurement is from the top of the head to the neckline. And you can see it practically tag that right over there, practically perfectly. And that was the bottom of the weekly pattern that we're looking at. So what do we say here on the short term, looking at this? Well, there is a possibility that these resistances are going to be meaningful right now, and you're going to go into some kind of a corrective process right in here, where it peaks somewhere in this area between 439, 440 right in there, and we're basically close to it, and then goes into some kind of a correction, or it gets through those and then gets to that next level up there about 450. I don't really know which is going to be, but the magnitude of this upside move is very strong. You can see the slim ribbon right over here, where the slim ribbon PO turns green, and that tells you that the momentum conditions are solid. When you look here at the weekly chart right over there, you see that green arrow. That's telling you the weekly reversal scout has turned up. That, and see that note there, the rising phases suggest a rally into November, December. That's been on there for quite a while. All of this really acting as it should. These supports here on the daily chart are rising because this is rising right now. So as this continues to go up, we'll be looking to see the corrective periods moving up, also the corrective targets. You'll notice that there are 3 tracks in here. This is the most negative track. This is the next, with the black with the arrows, is the most likely track. And this top one over here is a possible track, the more positive. And this kind of makes up like a cloud. You might see that where we think that that's what it's going to look like. Notice the configuration in here is positive. In other words, wherever this goes to and then has the correction, it likely next will go to higher highs. That's why we have that drawn in there that way. And this overall suggests quite a positive situation when I look at that, with the weekly turning up just 2 weeks into it, the daily getting past that peak right over there, just doing that today, and likely to have some kind of correction over the next couple of weeks, and then move back to the upside again. Let's go to our website right over here to the market condition indicator. This is an indicator included with level 3 and 4 memberships. And you can look at, depending on the kind of trader you are, you can look at the short term, intermediate term, near term, which is for very short swing traders, or intraday information. I have that because I have the more advanced version for level 4. Level 3 doesn't get the intraday. This shows you the conditions in here. This turned bullish on November 3rd for the short term. That's your daily chart. This turned bullish on November 3rd. So that told you about how to, set up your positions. That's the trade setup condition right over there. The IWM neutral, it's been more negative. The diamond is slightly bullish. So these are giving you that indication. If these, if these got more positive, these would turn to very bullish. So this gives you a great idea looking at this, what the conditions are. If you go from the trader to the time frame version, you can see that what the conditions are, the reversal scout and the slim ribbon. That's on the 2 hour, but let's go back to the daily, and you can see that those are all positive right there. So I'm going to go back to the trader version right over here, and you can just, take a look at which are the most positive and which are the most negative, looking at the trade setup conditions. So you could see very bullish, the top 5 right over there, which are Adobe, SMH, AMD, Netflix, MU. If I go here, you could see the worst 5 right there, which are LIT, PFE, FCX, TAN, and Deer. Those are in the very negative conditions right there. So that's a look at the MCM. I think it's extremely valuable. I wanted you to see what that looked like on the stock market. If I just go to SPY here, it just brings it right up for over there, and you can see it. So market condition monitor makes you get that. Conditions for the stock market are bullish, as you can see very clearly in this analysis. And really what is important is that you understand that we are bull bear agnostic. We do whatever the charts and indicators tell us. That's all 4 of us on this team, because we want you to be completely successful. And that can only be if we share this with you. And we don't share opinions. We share market conditions and analysis, and let you use that for your along with your own work to your best advantage. Your success is our success.